Theo Dorsey here with ESPN West Palm Play, and I'm joined by a very special Javorian Wimberly, recently an ESPN Top 63 awardee, Palm Beach Central alum, and Central Michigan wide receiver. Javorian, first and foremost, appreciate you taking out some time to chop it up with me here today.
I appreciate you having me here.
I know that I'd rather be talking to you on a higher note, but I did see yesterday a recent announcement from you, and when you're working in this field, usually nothing shocks you, but I was, my mouth was agape, and I grew a heavy concern when I realized you said,
Yes, a lot. I don't got a lot of people.
yeah, for medical reasons, you said that you're now stepping away from the game of football. What are those? What are the medical conditions that you're going through right now,
Uh,
following your freshman year at Central Michigan?
I would say, I've been battling with these problems with my seizures. Like I said, I want to say back then, like the reason I missed my sophomore year was because my seizures, and I would say, and ever since then, it has been getting worse. Like with my seizure, I have headaches, get dizzy, like doing practice and all that, and it would mess me up, with my thinking and all that.
When did you first start having problems with seizures? And you said you missed your season. You're talking about your sophomore year of high school
Yes.
at Central, right?
No, at Palm Beach Central.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, that's what I meant when I said
Yeah.
Central.
It's,
You went from
it's
Central
hard
to
to,
Central on me. Uh,
exactly.
but yeah, when
But
did you first start having those problems?
I would say, I've been having seizures since I was born. But like I would say, for as long as I can remember, I never had them until 2020, and ever since then I just been having them ever since.
Is it is there a medical condition that you've been diagnosed with for those, or is it just something that you've been, dealing with?
They say I had epilepsy, but
Right.
when I do have a seizure, I go to the hospital and they be like, oh, we can't find a reason why, it was caused. So I just still don't know.
Understandable. How much? I know the times that I've covered you, you were one of my favorite players, to watch that offense that y'all had at Palm Beach Central with you, Ahmad Haston, all the bevy of receivers and the way y'all would spread it out and throw the ball around. It seems like you really love the game of football. You were really good at it. How much does it hurt, and how serious did this get for you to now make that decision that you need to walk away from the sport you love so much?
To be honest, I haven't put this in my post, but you know, I would say ever since my junior and senior, I've been falling out of love for the game. Like I just, I don't know how to explain it. We just got bored, I guess. Like I just fell out of love for it. And then with me, having season and all that, it was just an add on to it. It was like, I don't want to, put my body through that again over and over. And then when I'm finally done, and my grandkids see me, and it's like, granddad can't really talk. That was my main thing.
That's a incredibly mature decision and realization to come to. Was there one point either at Central Michigan that was just the straw on the camel's back where you finally called it?
Yes, I would say the last week of spring, I want to say that Monday, I had got a concussion and I had hit my head and I was trying to get up, but I couldn't. Like I just laid there on the field for a while before the coach came. And they tried to get me. I'm like I couldn't get up, but then eventually I got up, and it was like as I'm sitting there watching everybody else go to practice and all that I was just like I'm gonna have to cut it off, and I already knew that everybody was gonna be like no, don't do it and all that, but it's like y'all not going through what I'm going through.
You obviously now have a decision to make about what you're going to do. You were playing football on scholarship with Central Michigan. How does all of that shake out, and what are your plans going into the summer now, and then potentially in the fall as you decide what you want to do and what direction you want to take your life in?
I talk to them. So like it's just between me and Central about what they're gonna do with me and all that.
So that decision still is kind of on the table. You're still with the coaching staff. Because what is that conversation like? Who did you have to go first tell that you don't want to continue on with football?
It started with the player personnel, and then to my receiver coach, and then head coach. Like, I've been talking to the head coach. Me and him are really close. So yeah.
You obviously it's something that's wise because you're looking forward to what you have next. What are some of your interests? I only really know you, the football player,
Yes.
and I'm glad you're making this mature and wise decision for yourself. What are your interests off the field?
I mean, this big shock y'all again, but chase tornadoes, maybe coach.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yes.
Chase tornadoes?
Yes.
So have you done it before, or is that something you want to get
No,
into?
to be honest, I've been wanting to do that since as long as I can remember. Like, it was just, it was always football that took over. Because, everybody around me was always playing football. But like ever since, I was born on it, I always wanted, chase tornadoes.
Is there a program at Central Michigan? Like I'm intrigued by this. This is almost even more interesting now that you're turning into this. As you know, I used to be local news broadcaster
Yes.
and those weather forecasters. A lot of times they have that interest. When did you even find out you wanted to have a peak of interest in that? Did a tornado hit around where you were at, or?
Since I was little, like even seeing, like the weather changing and all of that, it was just I always get excited about that.
I gotta rock with it. I'm looking forward to seeing how you make that come true and stay safe out there when you're doing that as well.
Gotta live life on the edge.
I love it. Talk to me about what was your favorite football memory then? Maybe not at Central Michigan because I know you didn't have as you just played your freshman year out there. But back in
I mean,
Palm.
even at Central Michigan, I would say what my favorite memory was, that first game, and then us, walking out of the tunnel against Michigan State, and then I'm just seeing the stadium. I'm like, that's a blessing. And then next we go and play Notre Dame, and it's like, I grew up on Notre Dame, watching Notre Dame and playing, NCAA back then. So them two big memories.
Are you gonna create yourself in NCAA this upcoming year? You gonna get back on it? I know I'm on the
Yeah, yeah.
bandwagon.
You already know I am. I gotta support everybody too.
Have you decided what school you're gonna go? You gonna put yourself back at Central Michigan?
Yes,
I like
I
it.
gotta put myself down.
I like it. I like it. And also for you, do you feel like, obviously it's because you come to this decision, you have to there has to be a certain level of confidence about it. What has the reception been like from family and close friends and even former teammates? I know the social media outpouring for you has been just nothing but respect because you've left so much on the field and so many great
Yeah.
highlights.
The first one I talked to was my mom. And all of them, they respected my decision because my mom already knew that I've been wanting to do that. So I ain't getting nobody no bad talk. Everybody just respected it.
As they should. And what
Yeah.
message do you have for? I mean, you're one of probably many others who are for maybe other medical concerns or maybe falling out of love with the game, have a decision like this, maybe even in the back of their mind. How did you feel before you made the decision? How relieved are you afterwards? And what would you tell to any other student athletes that's being faced with something that's so stark of a decision?
I mean, it stayed in the back of my mind for years. So it's like, cause everybody always said, what if, like what if I do quit and then things don't go right? And the back of my mind was, what if I don't go do what I really wanted to do, and this don't work either? Then what? But the thing that I can give out to other people, if you falling out of love for something and it's if it's something else that you want to do, go and do it. don't sit there and be depressed, because I mean I was, and I didn't like it.
That's strong. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being vulnerable with us enough to, share that. And also, man, just prayers up for your health going forward. Is there at least a hint on your side that the seizures might be able to slow down now that you're not taking hits and putting yourself in such a high contact sport like football right now?
Yes, I mean, because I mean, anytime I did have shit, it was me on the football field,
Mm.
no matter where I was. So I mean, I would say it would slow down.
Do
I
you
mean,
know
not back in my head.
between now and 2020, do you know how many you've had on football field?
Uh, 5.
And yeah,
I
that's
had I had 2 on the same day, and then another one in Miami, and then this one in January of this year. So yeah, 4.
got you. Again, man, I'm appreciative of you sharing this. I'm hoping that it helps somebody else that's watching it, that's thinking about something like this. And also, beyond all the football accolades and what you're doing with your career, we're just glad that, you made that decision before. It was a decision that somebody else had to make for you. It's a smart move. So congratulations on that. And also congratulations on a wonderful career, man. You blessed
I
us with some
appreciate it.
highlights down here.
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you
Thank
again,
you.
Javorian Wimberly, hanging up the cleats and chasing tornadoes going forward. So be on the lookout for them.